Now, to honor the National Movie Day, we're going to have a very fruitful discussion. This morning, we're connected with Indonesian film director Andra Fembriarto and also a representative from Club Nonton Nada Bonang. Good morning, guys.
Hi, good morning. Happy National Movie Day.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
It's great to have you both here. Mas Andra and also Mbak Nada here. Thank you so much. And we're just going to be, again, seeing the clips of old movies before in our segment. It seems that our film industry has just gone beyond, right? And of course, right here, we also have Mas Andra. First of all, congratulations on your animation film, Galo Anak Segara has been selected by the Committee of Akatara, which is the largest film forum in Indonesia. Can you tell us more about this wonderful achievement of your film?
Yes, thank you. So, Galeo Anak Segara, or the English title would be Galileo of the Seawalkers, because they can walk on the sea.
Nice.
Correct.
Is actually started from a novel of mine that I wrote, and from that novel, I wanted to make a feature-length animation. So that's why I submitted into Akatara project market, and I'm so thankful and thrilled that it got the recognition that it did there.
Right.
Congratulations.
Congratulations indeed. Now, Mas Andra, we do know that in the past 10, 15 years, the animated film industry has made such great advances with technology. 2D films don't have to be drawn literally by hand anymore. They can just be rendered that way using 3D technology. However, and especially with COVID-19, did you notice the film industry actually had to slow down a lot, but animated movies could still keep going. People could work remotely, and animators around the world could work on the same project. But what are some of the challenges that you do continue to face when you create an animated film?
Okay, so the pride that I had when making the clip that you just showed is from a short animation called Splish Splash, which is it's actually a proof of concept for Galileo of the Seawalkers. It's to prove that I and the studio animation that I work with can actually do it at the bare minimum, that kind of style. And the most interesting thing of that production, through my eyes, is that we did everything from concept until the animation is done via video conference. We didn't actually meet until the film was done.
Wow.
Like 6 months after it was done. Yeah.
That-
And but there were challenges in terms of the voice recording for the voice actors, because the story itself wants to have like this unique nuance of Eastern Indonesia. So we work with the Kupang film community, and that's where we get a little bit of challenge, because even though we record everything via video conference, they have to meet in real life and to record everything in a studio.
For the
and
sound
that
quality.
became quite a challenge.
and for the voiceover too. But seeing how it just escalated, especially for anime or Indonesian animation film, I think we're in the same generation here. We remember, watching animation movies or film or short films are those from Japan or from the Western countries.
Right. We didn't have our own.
We don't, but now we're seeing how it just escalated with just great storyline, a lot of deep, psychological and philosophy that our children can learn from it too. So kudos to you, Mas Andra, and also to your team. Now, if we're also talking about movie industry, especially right here in Indonesia, I remember back in the days when we were younger, Paul and Mas Andra, again, I think we're in the same generation.
Speak for yourselves. Go ahead.
I remember those times are just, it's all about piracy. We can buy movies, where it's just more cheaper and whatnot, and
Bootlegs.
Exactly. Is this, I don't think this would be a problem now, or is it still a problem, Mas Andra?
Piracy? I don't see many people buying pirated DVDs. Oh, actually, because of the rise of OTTs and online platforms, I think it's gone down. But don't take my word for it, because I don't know the.
Well, there's still a lot of sites that can stream like
Correct.
free movies and stuff like that. Those sites aren't exactly legal, right?
Yeah, but I don't. Honest to God, I don't do
Yeah.
that, so I really
Yeah.
don't know.
Right.
I
Yeah.
love you.
Disclaimer.
You're
I
just
like
being
that,
so
Mas Andra.
genuine.
Well, basically, to avoid piracies, we can actually watch movies together, like the ones that are shown by Club
Oh,
Nonton. Let's go now to
Yes.
Mbak Nada. Mbak Nada, with Club Nonton, what type of movies are usually screened by you guys, and how do you promote or help people understand more about film literacy to the entire community?
Well, okay. Hello, guys. First of all, happy National Film
Happy
Day.
National Film
Happy
Day.
We're
National
so
Film Day.
excited to be here too. Thank you for
Yay.
thank you for choosing us as the representative from the film community in Indonesia.
Mm-hmm.
Well, since 2012, we try our best to support Indonesian films, both shorts and features. So the kind of film that we exhibited are the film that are hard to get, such as festival film
Mm-hmm.
from famous filmmakers Gary Nugroho, Ifai Spansha, Edwin, Bea Purbanegara, and the others that we cannot find easily in cinema.
Correct.
And it's basically our it's basically because of the development of film production around 2012 and until 2016 in Lampung. At that time was not that huge. So at that time, we hope that we can give more references by showing films that get various awards on national and international awards at that time. But now, after years pass, we have a lot of films and film production activities in Lampung. But sadly, the blooding production is not accompanied by the availability of an appreciation space. So that's why in 2017 we finally decided to position ourselves not just as a bridge for the winning festival films from the viewers,
Mm-hmm.
but also a space for young filmmakers and local film activities. So, well, they might need to see how people react to their films before they deliver and distribute their films to a competition
Wow.
or a bigger festival, right?
It's so good that they
Yeah,
have
we
you.
we try to give them that, giving them chance for doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
I mean,
And it's become more interesting when we start to, we can meet the director and an interesting form discussion with them.
all right. You know, it is so good to have Club Nonton as the
Hello.
medium for that too, Manada. As of right now, I think we're trying to get a connection again with
Yeah.
you, but we're gonna head over to Mas Andra. Mas Andra also, hi. Someone is there
There.
also joining you. Hello.
Hi, my name is Grace. I've been helping Andra a little bit with Galileo Anak Segara. I've been liaising with some of our collaborators in other cities. So here I am.
Oh,
Hi,
nice
Grace.
to have
Happy
you on
National Film
board.
Day.
Thank you so
Thank
much for
you.
joining us here. So, I mean, I want to ask to Andra and also to Mas Andra and also to Grace. What do you think about the people or the community right now? For them to understand and to appreciate movies. I mean, a couple of years back, I remember how people, especially for independent movies, people are not too keen for it. They're more prone to watching, blockbuster movies or
yeah.
big budget movies, right? Especially right here in Indonesia. But now I see that people are growing to giving more respect to those, more small budget or independent movies. What is your intake for that, Mas Andra, and also Grace?
okay. Coincidentally, we just attended a grassroots screening with our friends. Shout out to Ivan Maksara with his film Unhappy Together. So, as to your question, I think the independent film communities all around Indonesia is healthy. It's getting more healthy, especially after COVID, because we see more independent screenings again. The ones we just saw was in a small screening room in Bintaro, but just as I was talking about the Kupang film community, they also have a screening place in their
Amazing.
city. Grace can talk about it.
Yeah, as far as I know, Komunitas Film Kupang is holding regular screenings of films, and that's one of the ways that they build community, a community of people who are enthusiastic and are literate about film. And other than that, they're also very productive at the moment. They are currently in charge of two films that I believe are in pre-production stage. So I saw that the representatives from Komunitas Film Kupang were present in Akatara yesterday in Indonesia. It's a forum where Indonesian filmmakers can meet up with investors and gather all sorts of support for their production and anything that's ongoing in whether it's pre-production, production, post-production. And I see that this is a good sign. And other than Kupang,
Malang.
Malang, yeah,
Yeah.
and
really?
other cities all across Indonesia, I see that there's activities going on, and it's getting there. You know, it's getting traction. Just producing and appreciating independently
Correct.
made films from all over Indonesia.
And it
Yeah,
must-
sorry, just one point about Malang.
Yeah.
Everybody should know that in Malang, there's a lot of animation studios, especially the one that created Cipak Cipok, Splish Splash.
Yeah.
They're called Oro Animation. So
Right.
if anyone wants to make an animation project, they should check out Malang.
Thank
it's
you
a-
for highlighting that,
Yeah,
Mas Andra and
And
Grace.
Malang is obviously, Malang's a lot like Bandung.
Yeah, yeah,
Perfect
you're
place for people to breed creativity.
Correct.
Because there's a lot of
Yes.
art and creative people out
Yes.
there. I believe we have Mbak Nada back on the line with us. Mbak Nada, are you there? Hi there. So, Mbak Nada, I want to talk a little bit about the recent phenomenon. I say recent only because it's been happening the last, I would say, only 5 to 10 years. Streaming
Yeah, I'm
services.
here. I'm so sorry. There are technical
Yeah.
problems.
No worries. That's pandemic life now that we have to be connected online all the time. So,
Yes.
in regards to this streaming platform phenomena, obviously it has affected the way we
Well,
watch
screen
films.
services, yes.
Yeah, the way we view films, the amount of films that we see. Do you see this as a benefit, or because now it is another platform where Indonesia movies can be showcased, or do you think it's a deterrent because people are now oversaturated with too many titles,
Of course.
and they're not watching as many films as they should be, and there's less good quality, I would argue, films and series out there as opposed to just having a few select good ones. What's your thought on this, Manada?
Yes, we got you back on board.
Well, it's for us as a film community because we we get the content easily, but the core of BNB is with each others. We have a forum discover directly, so the mixed situation becomes very stressful for us to survive, and that film platform came to us, giving us a new option to having such a new concept, having a screening concept like watch party and
Right.
the other things. But it's kind of hard to adapt it to that to that platform because not every film community in Indonesia is located in a big city. We have a lot of problems with the signal and the other things. So it's a good thing, but a bad thing.
Yeah, it's a little
Because,
bit of both.
we can,
I agree.
yes, we can have we can have that benefit too because we can access that platform too
Sure.
because of the problem of the signal and the other things,
Yeah.
something like that.
So infrastructure and logistic wise, I guess we're not there yet, but it's good that we're having this platform. So then, those, movies and films and creation can be seen, and very easily seen not only by people in Indonesia, but across the world also. I mean, this is something that also
Yes.
I want to ask to Mas Andra, you as a director yourself, how do you foresee the situation, especially with people now just very easily accessed with digital platforms? Or streaming platforms.
The question again?
Yes, so how do you foresee, we already got the insights from Mbak Nada regarding on the streaming platforms, where it caters to movies and short movies and whatnot. And how do you foresee that, especially as a director yourself? Do you see this as a good benefit?
Yeah, it's a good benefit that there are screening platforms that's it's basically it's more distribution channels for
Correct.
our films. But previously, I think before the taping, you asked about what about the cinemas. Well,
Yeah.
I'm probably I'm a traditionalist, so I think the best way to experience a film it's still the cinema
I'm
because
with
you
you.
get the yeah, you get that
Feels different.
safe ambience, and of course with new sound technology and
Correct.
also screening technology, it's still the best. But when it comes to wanting to have your film shown
Yeah.
as much as possible, then
Yes.
streaming platform is a good sign. It's
Yeah.
just that maybe in the future there are more films that are appropriate for cinema, and there are
Correct.
more other types of films that is more enjoyable to
Adaptable.
watch in the living room.
Yeah,
Sure.
you know what? That's right, though. I mean, that is the art of watching a movie, don't you think? You know, you're in the cinema, the audio system is very different, the cinematography, you can see it much more clearly,
Yeah.
and you appreciate those little things
Yeah.
as opposed to like you're watching it on your television or
Baby
your
crying in the
gadgets.
next room.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, that's just my house.
It's our house.
Yeah, exactly. So, real quick, Mbak Nada, going back to you for a minute. Since today is National Movie Day, do you and Club Nonton have any special agendas to celebrate this day for your community?
Yes, of course. Today we also want to celebrate Indonesian National Film Day, of course. For that, we have an exhibition today and also a discussion forum in one of the cafes in our city, Lamban. In this event, finally, we can bring film from each island across Indonesia, from Sumatra, Java, Kalimantan, Sulawesi, Bali, to Papua. And all of these movies are made by young filmmakers, of course, because we believe that young filmmakers having such a great idea, and you know, it's the content is very fresh and great, and we want to as we know, I'm so sorry, we want to give them an appreciation for their movies. Hope it works well. We are so excited.
And we're excited to hear you too, and then also come back to you and also later on to Mas Andra and to Grace. What are your hopes for Indonesian movies in the future and also for people or Indonesian people to appreciate Indonesian movies? First to you, Mananda.
Pardon?
Yes, so what is your hopes for the future of Indonesian movie industry and also for the Indonesian people to appreciate Indonesian movies? What are your hopes?
Well, I hope. Well, we know that now we begin to realize that film can earn for us too as a independent independent film production. You know, we hope that many platforms that open their open chance for us to to give open chance for us to show our films platform. Well, that's the most important thing for us.
Yeah.
And the other thing is we also thanks to the government because their continuous engagement to enjoy the awareness of the Indonesian platform with the business and film Indonesian film. So I hope it goes well and affected to us too.
Nice. Well said. How about you, Mas Andra and Grace? Your hopes for Indonesian movies and the industry in the future?
Maybe Grace first.
Yeah, I think I'd like to see support for independent films throughout Indonesia to be more, how do you say, to be more accessible throughout. Because in Indonesia, we're not only cities in Java. There's also lots of islands throughout where there are talented filmmakers. I just like to see access to things like funding and manpower and resources to be more accessible, easier accessible, and um, you know, I guess in terms of film appreciation, I think there's a lot of power in local appreciation when people have local heroes and they appreciate their local heroes. I think that's a really powerful thing, and that's how support for filmmakers start to spread to many other places, and or seeing just hotspots of community films rising up throughout Indonesia, and they're telling local stories that maybe 10 or 20 years ago you wouldn't see them on the screen, but now there's just more of a diversity of stories from
Right.
different parts, different cultures and stuff. And uh, I just think, um, that that's really important, to know that Indonesia is not just one place, one culture, one language, but there's also these
Yeah.
other
True.
these others out there, and they all deserve a chance to be shown on the screen. If not the big screen, then small screens all across, whatever is accessible to.
Nice.
Very
Anything
well
to
said.
add, Miss
Okay.
Andra?
Yeah, well, there's not much more I can add to
Mm.
that, but probably from the industry side, I think what Mbak Nada and Mbak Grace is saying is the what's the benang merah? the
The red
The
line.
the
under,
the,
yeah,
s-
Yeah.
and we
the
know what you
thread.
mean.
Yeah.
The common
Common.
factor between all of them. Yeah.
Yeah, the common factor is chances or opportunities.
Yes.
So in the appreciation side is opportunities for all of Indonesian to see each other's films
Yeah.
from different regions. But in the industry side, there are as Joko Anwar had a seminar in Akatara, he said the biggest problem in Indonesian cinema industry today is the human resource. So the lack of human resource,
Yeah.
so the lack of skilled human resource, if I have to be specific. I guess I want to see more opportunities for people to get into the industry, to
Yeah.
be supported
Yeah.
by like big studios and also the government
Yeah.
to to break down the walls of the industry, and then so people can get easier access to
Access.
to the production.
That's
I
actually a very
guess
good point.
also,
Yeah.
Mm.
yeah, having more filmmaker control in the industry, because there are a lot of a lot of times when money is being thrown around for a film, a lot of times it's on the investors' terms, and
Right.
it's not always necessarily people who understand the processes. Just the hard work, the blood, sweat, and tears that
Mm.
go into the film production. And
Sure.
I'd like to see filmmakers having more of a say about what works in a production, what their needs are, and just how to do this
Mm.
in a way that works from
Yeah.
the filmmaker's
That's right.
perspective.
And
Having reasonable timelines, having a reasonable budget, and just the appropriate support.
And thank you for voicing out right here with
yeah.
us on the C Morning Show as we commemorate National Film Day. Mbak Grace, Mas Andra, and juga Mbak Nada. It's not only your hopes, your voice now becomes the action that we need to do, a joint collaboration between, those in the movie industry and also in the government and every business sector surrounding it. So until we can fulfill to that, goal that we have for the Indonesian movie industry. Thank you so
Happy
much.
National Film Day, all of you,
Yes.
and everyone
Happy
else out there.
Thank you very much for
Happy
being here
National
with
Film
us.
Day, all of you.
Keep
care.
striving, keep
Yes.
being creative,
for
and we're
having
always
us.
going to support you all the way. Thank you guys so much.
Stay healthy.
Have a great one.